Hey folks, tonight we're diving into the murky waters of American politics. We're talking about Project 2025, a plan cooked up by some powerful right-wing groups. But what exactly is Project 2025, and should we be worried? Well, grab your tinfoil hats, folks, because things are about to get interesting. Project 2025 is a blueprint for conservatives to seize control of the federal government. Imagine a political playbook. But instead of just winning elections, it's about completely transforming the way America is run. This plan didn't spring up overnight. It's been brewing in the cauldrons of conservative think tanks for years. Groups like the Heritage Foundation and the Claremont Institute have been laying the groundwork, crafting policy proposals and grooming loyal foot soldiers. They're not just hoping to win an election, they're planning a hostile takeover. And here's the truly terrifying part, they're not even trying to hide it. So, what are the goals of Project 2025? Their plan boils down to two main objectives. First, they want to replace the current federal workforce with an army of loyal conservatives. Think of it as a political purge, but instead of disappearing people in the dead of night, they're handing out pink slips and replacing experienced civil servants with partisan loyalists. Their second goal is even more ambitious, dismantling what they call the administrative state. The administrative state is the engine room of the federal government. It's the vast network of agencies and departments that keep the country running, from ensuring clean air and water to regulating the financial markets to protecting consumers from predatory businesses. Project 2025 seeks to gut these agencies, stripping them of funding, staff, and power. It's about putting corporate profits ahead of public health and safety. Now, I know what you're thinking, John, this administrative state thing sounds awfully boring, but we need to talk about the administrative state because it's actually really important. It's the unsung hero of American governance. Congress passes laws, but those laws are often broad and vague. It's up to the administrative state to figure out the specifics of how those laws are actually implemented and enforced. For example, Congress might pass a law saying that the air and water should be clean. Experts in various fields work tirelessly to develop regulations, set standards, and monitor compliance. They're the ones who make sure that the air we breathe and the water we drink are actually safe. Section 4. Real-world consequences of Project 2025. So what happens if Project 2025 succeeds? What are the real-world consequences of dismantling the administrative state and replacing experienced civil servants with partisan hacks? Well, folks, it's not pretty. First and foremost, it means that the government will be less effective at doing its job. Imagine a world where environmental regulations are gutted, allowing corporations to pollute our air and water with impunity. Imagine a world where consumer protections are stripped away, leaving ordinary Americans vulnerable to predatory lenders and scam artists. Imagine a world where workplace safety rules are tossed aside, putting workers at risk in the name of corporate profits. Project 2025 threatens to fundamentally undermine the very fabric of American democracy. By politicizing the civil service and replacing expertise with ideology, it risks turning the federal government into a tool of partisan warfare. Instead of serving the American people, the government would become a weapon to be wielded against political opponents. Section 5. Should we be worried? So, should we be worried about Project 2025? I'll let you be the judge of that. But consider this. What happens when a group of ideologues driven by an extremist agenda gains control of the levers of power? What happens when they prioritize their own partisan goals above the well-being of the nation as a whole? These are not hypothetical questions, folks. We've seen what happens when ideology trumps reason, when power is concentrated in the hands of the few, when dissent is silenced, and truth is sacrificed on the altar of political expediency. The stakes couldn't be higher. The future of American democracy, indeed the future of America itself, may very well depend on our willingness to confront this threat head-on. We cannot afford to be complacent. Section 6, a call to action. So, what can we do? How can we fight back against this creeping authoritarianism? First and foremost, we need to educate ourselves and others about the dangers of Project 2025. We need to shine a light on this shadowy plan and expose it for what it is. A naked power grab that threatens the very foundations of our democracy. Talk to your friends, family, and neighbors. Share this information on social media. Write to your elected officials and demand that they stand up to this assault on our government. Support organizations that are fighting to protect our democracy and hold those in power accountable. We need to be vigilant, vocal, and relentless in our defense of democratic values. Because, folks, this isn't just about politics anymore. This is about who we are as a people and what we believe in.